14-year-old me would not believe that I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Me then and me now are two different people. Usually when we get to a certain point in our lives and we evolve and we prosper, we try not to acknowledge that old parts of ourselves. We try not to think about the old version of ourselves as important. And I feel like we do that mainly because we're embarrassed. You know, a lot of shame comes with the old parts of ourselves. When I think about my past, sometimes I feel ashamed. Some of the things I did, I really regret. Sometimes I think to myself, how could I do something like that? When it comes to old versions of yourself, and when it comes to dealing with shame, sometimes you have to look past what you did and ask yourself why you did it. Because when you ask yourself why you did it and you become empathetic with yourself, that is not only forming a connection with your past self, but it's forming a connection with you as a whole. You can't reach a level of true understanding, true inner connection. You can't reach a point of the most amount of self-love if you do not love every single part of yourself. Every single part of yourself is your shadows. We may think we love every single part of ourselves, but when we think back to that one thing that we did, why did I make that decision? I don't want to think about this no more. You suppress it. Suppress it because you think, I don't want to think about this anymore. Why am I thinking about this? I am so ashamed of that part of myself. But no, you can't be ashamed of what made you. Like, you have to be empathetic with yourself. Instead of telling yourself, I did this thing, I hate that I did this thing, ask yourself, why did I do this thing? That version of myself led me to who I am today. So all I can do is have gratitude for that version of me. Because if I don't have gratitude for that version of me, then what am I having gratitude for? What brought me here? All the mistakes that we made leading up to now, that is a part of ourselves that built who we were. And if we weren't to do those things, we probably wouldn't have as much experience or knowledge, or even form our character or form morals and who we are as a person. We wouldn't really form an individuality if we didn't make the choices that we made in the past. So instead of beating yourself up and, trying to suppress your past, fall in love with your past. You can't fully be in love with yourself if you don't acknowledge the mistakes you made in your past. You don't have to hyperfixate on this old version of yourself, but you have to be aware of it. And you have to be in tune with that version. Just like a lot of us say we like to be in tune with our inner child. If you can adore your childhood self so much, and you can adore who you were as a kid, why can't you adore who you were like 2 years ago?